interact, if you have any questions, anything, you can click the chat option and write down your question. Get yourself a pen and a paper ready so that when we are talking about and discussing and learning about money, you can take down the notes. Okay? Great. I see so many of you all prepared for the webinar. Thank you so much for your patience. It's right now 12:31. Just 4 more minutes and then we'll begin. Okay? Great. So good to see so many of you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Please be on mute and keep your videos on. We're going to have a lot of fun. This is going to be a very, very interactive session. I have a friend of mine who is joining us soon and who's going to share with us about money and why it is important. Okay? So quickly, get yourself a pen and paper so you can take down the questions. And we're going to soon begin in another 3 minutes. Okay? Just 2 more minutes. I can't wait to interact with all of you. So nice to see all of you together. Good. We have so many parents also with us. All are prepared, all are set. Great. Just another 1 minute and then we'll begin. Okay? Good to see all of you all set for the webinar. Great. So nice. I see so much excitement. People are all geared up. I repeat again, keep your videos on and keep yourself on mute so that you can hear us properly. Okay? Great. All of
Hi,
you.
Nandita. Good
Hi,
afternoon.
Jaren. Good afternoon. Should we begin? Let's
Yes.
begin. Great. So, good afternoon, parents and students. We welcome you to today's webinar where we will discuss how we all can improve upon one of the most important topics in mathematics, money. For that, I have my colleague, Mr. Jaren, with us, who will be taking all of us on a journey about how to understand money. Okay, Jaren has been working with education initiatives for many years. He has been traveling and training teachers and students across the country. Jaren, in fact, is also known as Jerry the storyteller. We all welcome you, Jaren.
Thank you, Anandita. Good evening, every parent and student here. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure together we will be able to convert this opportunity into a great learning experience.
Parents and my young friends, let me share with you the agenda for today. Okay. So what we all we're gonna cover is we're gonna cover a small introduction about education initiatives. What is the company about? What it does? Okay. We'll understand the concept of money, like identification of currency and units, money conversion, understand what problems related to money via live teaching, practice Mindspark. I'm sure some of you have done Mindspark before, and there want to be a quiz for parents. So, parents also, there's something in store for you. And they're going to be, and we're going to have a small session about understand the uniqueness of Mindspark. And in the end, we will have a quick question and answer round. All right? So, Jared, please share why is that schools want to work with educational initiatives to improve upon learning outcomes?
Educational initiatives. It is a 20-year-old research organization working in the domain of education. Its strength lies in its deep research in pedagogy, in assessments, and in personalized learning tools. We work with private schools, government schools, non-profit organizations in India, and 19 countries across the world. And we cater to almost like 8 lakh students every year. And then we use this real-time information to make learning easier and also fun for the students.
Wow, Janin, that is commendable. So, why did you choose the topic of money for today's webinar?
Money is a very important concept that every one of us needs to learn. In
Hmm,
fact, we buy and sell things using money. And
true.
every current country has their own currency. And if
Hmm,
I talk about India, our country, it is
hmm,
rupees and paise. And we
hmm.
will be learning a lot about rupees and paise through stories, through polls, through questions, and something very interesting known as Mindspark. So please stay tuned and do not miss any of the action, my dear friends.
Sure. Sounds like a lot of fun with learning. I just can't wait. But before we begin, please note the following rules of the webinar. Please keep yourself on mute and your videos on. Get yourself a pen and a paper so you can write down all your notes, questions, anything that you have a doubt on, you can write that down. Be in a well lit room, like I'm sitting, be in a well lit room so that you can see us doing this webinar and you can understand each and every point, and make sure there is no background music when you are listening to this webinar. No TV on, no music system on. And I request all parents to please be part of this webinar so that they too can be part of their child's learning. Over to you, Jaren.
Thank you, Anandita. So before I start this session, let me share what are the concepts that are there in money. So we
Hmm.
can see the number of concepts there in the money. Okay.
Hmm.
So to begin today, what we will do
Hmm.
is like we will start with identification of currency and their units.
Sure,
So to
sure.
start, let me
Hmm.
introduce my math buddy, Sparky the champ, and his sister Bubbly. They
Okay.
both are very excited for the school carnival, as this is the time when they usually buy their favorite toys, comic books, and many, many more stuffs.
A school carnival sounds like so much fun.
Yes, Anandita, it will be total fun. There will be
Hmm.
toy shops, bookshops, eateries, and a lot more. So, friends, if you all are excited to visit the school carnival, can you
Hmm.
all just give me a thumbs up, please? If you all are excited to visit the school carnival of Sparky and Bubbly, just give me a thumbs up, a virtual thumbs up. Okay. So Sinuja has given me a thumbs up. Thank you, friends. Okay, many of you have given me a thumbs up. Thank you. Okay. So let's go to the school carnival along with Sparky and Bubbly. Sparky and Bubbly, it seems that they are at the toy shop. Okay. And now they want to buy that blue toy car. So can you all see that blue toy car right in front of you? Yes, I think most of you are able to see it. So Sparky, he looks at the price tag and says, the car is for rupees 84. But Mr. Ashok, Sparky's father, he corrects him and says that the price tag also has rupees 5 off on it.
But what does rupees 5 off mean, Jaren? Does that mean this blue card is for rupees 5?
No, no, Anandita. It means that the price of the toy car is 5 rupees less than rupees 84. So that means the actual cost will be 79.
Oh, that means Sparky has to pay only 79 rupees and not 84 because 5 rupees off means 5 rupees less than MRP. I get it now.
Good. So, in order to pay 79 rupees to the shopkeeper, Mr. Ashok asked Paki
Hmm.
to identify which of the following combinations he can use to make it 79. Okay. So, friends, Sparky is asking all of us to help him. Are you ready to help Sparky, friends? Will you be able to solve a question for Sparky? Just give me a thumbs up. Great. Okay. So the question for all of you is on the screen now. And the question is, which of the following options should Sparky choose to pay 79 to the shopkeeper? So you've got four options. You'll be getting 1 minute to solve the question. Okay. So the poll is on the screen now. Let's see who gets it correct.
Everybody has to answer quickly, quickly.
Anindita, can you launch the poll, please?
I have launched the poll right now. Is it not visible?
No, it's not visible to me. I'll launch
Okay.
the poll from my end. Let me just check. Okay, I think is the poll visible to you, all my students? Can you just give me a thumbs up if the poll is visible to you? Okay,
Hmm.
fine, good, good. Thank you. So let's see
Okay.
which of the answer is correct. Okay,
Hmm. Students are answering very quickly.
okay. I'm not able to see the answers of students, Anandita.
Oh,
Students, are you able to see the poll on the screen? Please just confirm. No, I think they are not able to see the poll on the screen. I think there's
okay.
some technical issue.
Can
Okay.
they give the answer on chat, Charan?
Yes, yes. They can give the answer on the chat box. So I'll open up the chat box, friends, for all of you. Please answer the question through the chat box, friends. Let's see what is the correct answer. Okay. Few of you are saying it's option C, which is the correct answer. Oh, great. Most of you are saying option C is the correct answer.
Hmm.
Very good. Great. So now I'll stop the chat and then we will understand. If any of you have not understood it, it would be easy for all of you to understand it. Let's just go and quickly understand this. Okay, so
Hmm.
if I talk about option A, my dear friends, so option A has got two 10 rupee notes, two 20 rupee notes, and then three 5 rupee notes. And then there is a coin of 2 rupees, right? So if I add all of this, what will I get? I'll get 70 I'll get 77. Okay. But what do I need? I need 79. So this is not the correct answer. Okay, let's quickly go to option two. So option two, we have got 150 rupee note, 120 rupee note, and 110 rupee note. So if I
Hmm.
add all of this, what will I get? I'll get 80. Is this correct? No, it is not correct. Wait. Now if I go to option C, what is there? Option C has got, okay, 150 rupee note, two 10 rupee note, and one 5 rupee note. There is one 2 rupee coin. Also, there is two 1 rupee coins. Now, if I add all of this, what will I get? I'll get 79. Yes. So all your answers were correct. Most of your answers were correct. Good, friends. So great. Now, if I look at option D also, I had option D also with me. Now, if I
Hmm.
total all the uh, notes and coins which are there, I'll get how much? Let's see how much I will get. Okay. So I'll add all the 20 rupee notes, which is okay. Great. So this will become again 77, right? This is not right. This is wrong. Okay. So the
Hmm.
correct answer here is option C. Great, friends. Thank you. Um, so now what we will do here is like okay, I have a question for all of you. Again, you will have to answer in the chat box. So if I have 27 notes, okay, I got 27 notes of 50 rupees. what is the answer going to be? Is it going to be odd number or is it going to be even number? So I'll open the chat box for all of you. Now, can you give the answer? If I have got 27 notes of 50 rupees, is my answer going to be even or odd?
Wow, so many students answering. Ishan, Shilpa.
Okay, few students are saying it's even, few students are saying it's odd. Okay, interesting. So I'm not going to give the answer for this. You will have to count and then come back to me and say what is the correct answer here. Okay, so let's quickly move ahead and see what is the message from Sparky. Oh, Sparky is saying, thank you, friends, for helping me.
Hmm.
Okay. Seeing Sparky picking up the toy, Bubbly is also very excited. So Bubbly also picks up a toy for herself and she is very excited looking at the toy train. So can you all spot the toy train? Yes. Okay. And the toy train has a price tag of rupees 67.50.
Jaren, Sparky has a question. Does rupees 67.50 mean 6,750 rupees?
No, no, Anandita, let me explain it. So, my dear friends, please sit with a notebook, okay? This is very important to note. Please note it down in your notebooks. So, we need to understand that 100 paise is equal to 1 rupee. And the symbol of paise is what? P. And the symbol of rupee is as shown on the screen. So, can you just, how many of you have seen the symbol of rupee? Can you just give me a thumbs up if all of you have seen? Yes, very good, very good. Okay. So now, since I can also write, if I break this, I can also write that in a 1 rupee coin, there are 250 pesos. Okay, so if I give 250 pesos, I can get 1 rupee in return. So similarly, if I give 250 pesa coins, I can also get what? 1 rupee note also in return. So if you all have understood, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, fine. This is good. Now, to convert rupees and paise into paise. So before we convert, I have a question for all of you friends. 1 rupee is 100 paise. So what about 7 rupees? What is the answer, friends? Answer it on the chat box. Very good, Ananya. Okay, very good, Evan. Okay, so most of you have understood. Okay, what about 15 rupees? How many passes are there in 15 rupees? Just answer it quickly. Very good, students. Okay, now let's just move ahead and see what is there. Huh? So if I now need to convert rupees and paise into passive, first what we will do here is like we will convert rupees into paise and then add the passive. Okay. So for example, I'll just disable the chat for a moment. For example, if I have got an example like 8 rupees and 25 paise, what I'll do is like I'll convert 8 rupees into paise. So what is 8 rupees? That is 800 paise. Now I'll add 25 paise to it. So what will that become? 825. Okay. So what was the question of Sparky? That how many paise are there in rupees 67.50 paise? So can you just give me the answer for this? I'll open the chat box for all of you. What is the answer for this?
Everyone,
Yes.
quickly.
Good. Ananya has given me the answer. Ane has given me the answer. Very good. Very good, friends. Okay. So, since all of you have understood this, let's just quickly move and do a question, friends. So, the question for you here is again, I'll try to launch the poll, see if the poll is visible to all of you. So your question is like, how much will 4 1 rupee coins and 150 paise coin amount be? So there are 4 options. First, read the option very carefully. Okay. Now I will launch the poll for you, and let's see. So you will be getting, friends, you will be getting 1 minute to solve this. So the poll is live now. Are you able to see the poll, friends? Just give me a thumbs up if you're not. Oh no, my friends are not able to see the polls. Okay, let's leave it. No issues. We will not use poll this time. We'll use poll some other day. So friends, can you just give me the answer for this in the chat box? I open the chat box. Okay, few of you are saying it is option B. Few of you are saying it is option C. Option D. Okay, interesting.
Very
Okay.
mixed response, huh?
Yes, yes. Good. I think most of you have answered it. Okay, fine. So I'll stop the chat box. Now let's go to the explanation part of it, friends. Okay. Thank you for answering. Huh? So I've got four 1 rupee coins, right? So what I'll do is like I'll place all the four 1 rupee coins and then I'll add. So I'll get 4 rupees here, right? I have also got 150 paise coin with me. So I'll add 4 rupees plus 50 paise. So the answer will become what? 4 rupees 50 paise. Yes, Ishika is nodding her head. Good. Thanks, Ishika. I think most of you have understood. If you all have understood, just give me a thumbs up.
Great,
A
great.
virtual thumbs up on the reaction side. Very good, friends. Okay.
I
I think
think
very
all
easy.
the yeah, I think all the students are enjoying the questions. But Jaren, let's go back to and see what Sparky and Bubbly are doing.
Okay, so Sparky and Bubbly, along with their father, they are at the game zone and they are very excited to play the shooting game. Okay, I'm sure all of you are excited to play the shooting game. So here, the shopkeeper charges rupees 40 for one round. Now, what happened? Sparky and Bubbly, they played together 3 rounds of game, but they just
Okay.
couldn't win. They just couldn't manage to win the prize. Now they wanted to try their luck more, but
Hmm.
before they could try, they had to pay more to the shopkeeper. So,
Oh.
can we all help Sparky and Bubbly decide how much more money
Hmm.
Sparky and Bubbly need to pay
Hmm.
to play 3 more rounds of shooting game if they
Hmm.
already have paid rupees 100? So, this is again a question for all of you. You have to note that one round of game it actually costs rupees 40. Okay, so I'll open the chat box a little later. First read the question, solve it. I want all of you to solve it in your notebook, so I'll just give you 20 seconds. So let me see who all of you are solving it on the notebook. Hmm.
And
Okay,
parents, no
Jay.
cheating.
Yeah, you're not supposed to help your friends. Okay. Okay, so let's now, I'll open the chat box for all of you. Let's see what is the answer that is for this question. Okay, I can see students saying option A. I can see students saying it is 120, it is 240. Okay, 120, 140, 240. Nobody is saying it is 100. Interesting.
Hmm.
Everyone is saying it's 120. Okay, great. So now let's go back and understand this question, what exactly was asked in this question. Okay. I can see many parents joining us. Please be with us because we will be having a lot of fun. Okay, parents? Okay. So you can now see that Sparky and Bubbly, they played 3 rounds of game initially, right?
Got it.
So 40 into 3, the cost of the 3 rounds will become 120. I think this is clear to everyone.
Hmm.
So how much money did Sparky and Bubbly pay initially? They paid 100 rupees, right?
Correct.
So now the amount that is left to be paid to the shopkeeper for 3 rounds of game is 120 minus 100, which is 20. But see, but they wanted to play 3 more games, right? 3 more rounds of game. So
Yeah.
3 more rounds will become 3 into 40. That will become 120. Now, if I
Oh.
add this 120 and 20, the answer would be what, friends? It would be 140.
Great, great.
So have you all understood
Awesome.
this? Yes, yeah, I can see students now nodding their heads, understanding the mistake which they made. Great.
I hope all of you are enjoying learning about money with Sparky and Bubbly. Now let's see, where is Mr. Ashok taking his kids? Oh, they are at the self-service store.
Yes. And Sparky and Bubbly, they're both very excited to see color pencils, sketch pens, superhero stickers, comic books, and many, many more things. And are you excited to know what they bought from the self service store? If you all are excited to know, just give me a thumbs up, friends. Okay, very good. I'm super excited seeing all of you giving me a thumbs up. So Sparky and Bubbly, they bought three comic books. They also purchased two puzzles and three packets of stickers. Sparky also collects the bill from the cash counter, and the bill reads as rupees 126. So now Sparky is very eager. How do we prepare a bill? So friends, I have a question, okay? You will have to nod your heads or you will have to disagree with me if this has happened. You all go to shops, right? All of you go to shops, you purchase something, right? When you purchase something, bill is very important. So we will learn how do we prepare a bill. Okay. Now we will take up a bill and write the items that Sparky and Bubbly they purchase. So Sparky and Bubbly they purchase three comic books. Okay, so first we will write the item. Three comic books. The rate of one comic book was how much? It was, now we will see it on the screen as 15 rupee and 50 paise. Okay, so this was the rate of one comic book. Now, what will be the rate of three comic books? It will be 46 rupees 50 paise. So I want all of you to make a bill and write this, okay? Because we are going to add more items to this. So let's see how many of you have written it. Okay. Yes, yes. Let's see. Let's see how. Okay. I can see Jay writing it. Very good, Jay. Okay. I could also see Jessil is also writing. Very good. Nitin is also writing. Very good, friends. Okay. Uh, okay. So now let's move to the second item. So now they purchase two puzzles also. Okay. And the rate of one puzzle was, it is, let's see it on the screen, 24 rupees. Okay. So it was, so 24 rupees is the rate of one puzzle. Now, what will be the rate of two puzzles? Let me see it on the chat box. What could be the answer for this? What would be the rate for two puzzles? Let me see it on the chat. Oh, very good. I think most of you have understood how to find the amount. Okay. So this is 40. Very 48. So we will write 48 rupees and 0 paise. Now, what about the next item? They purchased three stickers. And what is the rate for one sticker? It is 10 rupees 50 paise. Okay. So now I want to ask to all my friends, what would the rate of three stickers, three packet stickers, what would be the rate of it? Let's see in the chat box. Is it going to be 31.50? Ananya has given me this 31.50. Very good, Ananya. Okay. So the rate, okay, very good, students. 30 point, no, it's not 30. Let's see what is the correct answer. It is going to be 31.50. Or we can say 31 rupees 50 paise. Now, if we add all of this, what is the total bill going to be? What is the total amount going to be? Can I see it on the chat box? What is the total bill going to be? Okay, let's see what is the
But
total.
Jaren, we have to add 46 plus 48 plus 31, right?
We also need to add the paise also. So it will be
Oh.
46 rupees 50 paise plus 48 rupees plus 31 rupees 50 paise. Very good. I think students are very intelligent while adding. Okay, great. So the answer here is 126 rupees. Now, let's see what is there in the store. Okay. So Mr. Ashok, he handed a 200 rupees note to the cashier. Now, Sparky is asking, the bill amount is 126, right? But we handed over 200 rupees. So we
Correct.
should get some money back, right?
Hmm.
Ashok nods his head and says, yes, we should get some money back. And what we call it as balance amount. So students, what
Hmm.
do you think? How much money they should get back from the shopkeeper? I want to see. So again, you have a question coming up. Since the polls are not working at the moment, you can answer it on the chat box itself. So what do you think is the correct answer for this, friends? Oh, Akshita has already given me the answer. Very good.
Wow. Kids are very smart here.
Yes, they have learned the concept of money. Very good. Transactions, very good. Great, friends. So the correct answer is option 74. So I don't need to explain it to any of the students. I think most of the students have understood. But
Hmm.
for those, if there is anything left to understand in this question, it is like the total amount is given as total amount given to the cashier is 200. The total
Hmm.
bill amount is 126. Students, it is
Hmm.
very important for you to write the statement and then solve it. Okay. So it
Hmm.
would be good if you write it down. Please write it down in your notebooks and see the balance amount. Okay. So the balance amount is the amount left or the amount returned by the shopkeeper. So
Hmm.
here the answer would be what? It would be 74. Very good.
Hmm. Cherin, before we move on, I would like to request the parents to please join in with their pen and paper. We will be soon engaging with them in an activity. Okay?
Yes.
So get your parents quickly for this webinar.
Yes. I think the
Anyhow.
parents are also excited now.
Yeah.
So,
So
friends, we
we'll
will
do
do
one.
one more question.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do one more question. They're so excited and so happy to answer questions.
Yes. So the question for you is on the screen now. So what you have to do here is like, um, we got to know from the last time that 74 rupees was left with Sparky and Bubbly, right? So
Correct.
they went to the toy store and they decided to buy some more items from the toy store. So
Okay.
now you will have to help Sparky and Bubbly identify
Hmm.
what items they can purchase from the toy store within the 74 rupees. So let's
Hmm.
see the question. Let's see the question on the screen. Okay, so the question for you is on the screen now. I'll give you 10 seconds to read the question, 10 seconds to solve it, and then I'll open the chat box. I want all of you to solve it, friends. Don't look at the screen and say, solve it, otherwise, you're not going to get it correct. Yes, now I can see some of the students doing maths. It's very important that you take your notebook and practice. Okay. Let's see, let's see. Okay, now I'll open the chat box and let's see what is the answer.
Hmm. Students are answering very quickly, Jerin.
Great. Okay, so few of you are saying it is duck and ball. Few of you are saying it is C and B. Okay, option C
Hmm.
and B. That is interesting.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, great. Now I think most of you have answered it. Okay, C
But
and
before,
B.
but before now we share the results, Jerin.
Okay,
We have a question for parents. We have
okay.
done a lot of with the children. I hope all parents are ready. If not, students, please call your parents. While we are waiting for parents to get ready for the quiz, students quickly answer. All those who have not answered yet, quickly answer and also share your comments about how you're liking this session. Should we wait for some more time for students to answer? Jaren?
Yes, I think yes. Students are saying that the class is very interesting. Thank you, students.
Awesome.
I hope all of you are learning. Great. Thank you. Uh, Now, okay. Let's move to the
Hmm.
question for the parents.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So the question for you is like,
Hmm.
fill in each. I mean, there are circles, so wherever there are empty circles, you need to fill in with the operations that we have got addition, we have got subtraction, we have got multiplication or division. Okay, you can use any of the four operations and then solve this
Hmm.
and just show us if once you get this question, solve us. Show it to us, please.
And no
This is
cheating.
this is only for parents, please. Huh?
Jaren, how much time do parents have for this?
We'll give 1 minute to parents also. Let's see
Sure,
how
sure.
they get it correct. Okay.
Even I'm solving it.
Great. It's interesting. It's actually very interesting
Mm,
question.
yeah. Mm,
Okay.
I can see, I can see
Yes.
Atul's father doing it.
Yes, I could see most of you have solved the first one. Good. What about the second one?
I can see Shraddha's parent also helping and solving the question.
Very good.
Then Harshini, so many.
Okay, interesting, interesting. Okay, thank you, parents, for asking. Okay, I could see Raphael showing me the answer. Thank you, Raphael. Thanks a
Mm,
lot for showing it. Okay, so you might have got an answer similar to like this. I'll show it
mm,
on the screen now. Yes, you might have got an answer similar to like this, but let me tell you, this is just one of the ways of solving it. Okay,
mm,
this could be actually solved in so many different ways.
mm.
And
Really?
yes, and this is just
Mm,
one of the ways. So what
mm,
I'm trying to make here is like the question that we are all doing is one, but the
mm.
solution is actually many. And it's not just about addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Here
Okay.
we are talking about decision making as a skill. Here we are talking about problem solving as a skill. This is
Mm,
very important for the parents to know that these are the skills which are uh, very important in the 21st century. Um,
correct.
Thank you, Aishani, for giving us comment that you loved the webinar. Thank you so much. I hope your daughter has learned also. Thank you so much. So,
All right. Students would want to know now the result of that question you asked, which whose result you have not shared, the last one. Should we
okay,
go to
sure.
that question?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
sure. We
Mm,
can go to that question. Okay.
mm,
Now we will look at the first option which is there. So the first option we can see that ball and duck. Now if I add these two, I'll be getting rupees 79. But
mm.
I had Sparky and Bubbly only had 74 rupees.
Correct.
So this option is wrong.
Mm,
Now let's go to the second option.
mm,
I had what? Car only. Second option had car only. Now, what is the rate of the car? It is 83. So, will I be able to buy this car? No, I won't be
mm,
because I had only 74 rupees. Now,
mm,
what is the next one? Next option that I have? The next option is letter blocks and duck. Now, when
mm,
I add letter blocks and duck, it is 25 plus 25. So the total will come as rupees 50.
mm,
Yes, this is within rupees 74. Yes, so I
mm,
can buy it.
mm,
But what about the last option here? So we had option D, which is ball and train. Now, what will
mm,
happen if I add these two? I'll get
mm,
120. But
mm,
I have only 74 rupees with me. So I will not be
mm,
able to buy ball and train together. So the correct
mm,
option is option C. So friends,
mm.
if you all have understood this question, can you give me a thumbs up, please? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ridit. Thank you, Siddhi. Thank you so much.
Great. So, parents and students, we looked at the questions and also the responses given by students. These four results are after teaching immediately, and when we are looking at the chat, some of the students are answering incorrectly. I'm really wondering why this happens. That even after teacher teaching very patiently, very sincerely, these kind of learning gaps happen. Jaren, can you please share and explain the reason behind these learning gaps that come up?
Sure, Anandita. So the learning gaps, these occurs because it's not just because the teacher didn't teach well, or it
Hmm.
is not even because the student was not attentive.
Hmm.
The learning gap need not to be for the concept which is taught now. So, for example, I was talking about money, right?
Hmm.
It could be for any concept
Hmm.
that actually supports the understanding of the topic called money.
Hmm.
Okay, and this can come from any grade, right from
Hmm.
grade 3 to grade 10. And
Hmm.
as these grades increase,
Hmm.
if the learning gaps are not remediated, then
Hmm.
this goes on increasing and increasing, and the students will really find it difficult.
God, I get it. So, for example, if I'm not able to solve questions on money, the misconception on money is because my basics in operation, that is plus minus division, may not be clear, and that is actually taught from lower grade because money revolves around operations. So, this is where the missing gap is, correct?
Absolutely correct. And maths is all about spiral curriculum. And
Hmm.
see what the research is also talking. The
Hmm.
research is also saying that, nowadays when learning is happening online, there is
Hmm.
no physical contact between the teacher and the student.
Correct.
So the learning gap could be as high as 50 percentage.
God, this is dangerous. In fact, very dangerous. So the question is, what do we do? Should we go for more online classes or more extra classes? I mean, what is the solution for improving our learning during these times, Jaren?
Anandita, the answer to this is impactful teaching with practice, and not just any practice. I have mentioned here as I practice, and this is very important for parents to listen. So, I practice means intelligent practice. What is this intelligent practice? I'll show you. Okay, and practice should never be repetitive. When I say repetitive, we should not always solve questions of same type.
Got it.
Rather, we should focus on interleaved practice.
Hmm.
What is this interleaved practice? I'll show you. Okay,
Hmm.
so I'll show you through this Mindspark. How do I use Mindspark? Okay, so let me share my screen, and I'll take all of you to Mindspark login page. So this is the login page of Mindspark. It is just a simple Google Chrome. I just opened up a Google Chrome
Hmm.
and I just type the URL of Mindspark. I
Hmm.
can share this URL with all of you. Okay.
Hmm.
So each and every child is going to have a unique username. So I'll
Hmm.
put my username
Hmm.
and I will also type the password, and then I'll go to login. Okay.
Wow, that
Now,
sounds very easy.
yes, very easy. Now what I can do here is like, now we learned about money, Anandita, right?
Hmm.
So what we will do is like, we will solve the questions of money. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I'll go to money
Hmm.
and solve all the questions from money. So you can see now that the first question is going to come up. And
Okay.
here I'll talk about what is interleaved practice, what is block practice, and all. So the
Hmm.
first question, 4 1 rupee coins. Okay, let me give the answer correctly. So friends, you can also answer it in the chat box also. Okay.
Hmm.
So the answer for this is okay. Let me put as 4, and let's see what Mindspark is talking. Okay, so Mindspark is giving me that the answer is also correct, and it provides me the explanation.
Got it.
Okay, now I go to the second question.
Hmm.
Now let us do this question. Okay, we did a similar kind of question.
Hmm.
Let me answer this incorrect. Okay, let me answer this incorrect, and now see how Mindspark is responding to it. Mindspark is again
Oh.
giving me the explanation.
So,
So yes,
Jaren, will Mindspark give explanation after every question?
absolutely. It will give explanation after every question so
Hmm.
that the time when I do the next question,
Hmm.
I build the concept clarity which is required for the next question. Now you see
Hmm.
a similar kind of question wherein I made mistake previously. Now I'm going
Hmm.
to solve it correct. Okay. Let
Hmm.
me see. And yes, now it is correct. So again, the explanation for it. This is how instantaneous feedback is provided by Mindspark. Very helpful in learning maths.
Hmm.
Okay.
Got
Now
it.
let's solve one more question.
Hmm.
What is the answer for this? Now, see, can you see the number of nodes, denominations are increasing very, very
Hmm.
slowly.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Let me
So,
answer it incorrect.
hmm.
And let's see what is the response by Mindspark.
Oh, but Jaren, in a classroom, we have different kind of learners. There is slow learners, average learners. I mean, what might be incorrect by you, I might have got it correctly. I might be a good with my mathematics. Will there be like different questions for each child? Like, how will it work?
Yes, and this is the question which most of the parents will have, because
Hmm.
parent knows that I may have a child who is very intelligent, but at the same time, another parent may have a child who needs little bit more support. So
Correct.
Mindspark is actually personalized and adaptive for each and every student.
Oh,
So
really?
yes, so that means if I'm doing questions correctly, then I will get questions accordingly. But if I am doing questions, for example, if I am making mistakes while doing the questions of money, then
Hmm.
that means I'll be given simple operations, and that will actually help me clear the concept of money later on.
Wonderful. But this doing question after question after question, our child are like led towards achieving any goal or target, or they just keep on doing questions only?
Very good question. Let me tell you what students get by doing questions after question.
Hmm.
This actually builds up the concept clarity which is required. And
Hmm.
once that concept clarity is required, once that is built up, they clear their concepts, and they move, and there is no learning gap left, which is very important. So their
Hmm.
future grades, they will not suffer there.
Okay. And your questions are also getting more and more tricky. So, is that also helps in some kind of critical thinking? Because tough
Absolutely.
questions are requires them to apply the concept, right?
Absolutely, Anandita. Let me share you that there are challenge questions in Mindspark, which a
Hmm.
child will get after doing 5 consecutive correct questions. So every time a
Great.
child gives consecutively correct questions, we give a challenge question, which will trigger a lot of critical thinking. Again, one of the 21st century skills.
Oh, but I have a doubt. Is Mindspark only a student platform?
No, Anandita, it's just the thing that I was sharing with you, it is just the one part of it. Now
Oh,
I will show you how I use Mindspark as a teacher. Okay.
okay,
So what I'll do is I'll log into my class ID.
okay.
Now you can see that I'll select my class from here. Okay.
Hmm.
And now I'll show you how my students have performed in topic called money.
Okay,
Okay. So let me go to the topic of money, and now I'll show you how students have performed individually as well as a class. So I use it in two ways. Okay.
okay. Hmm.
So I use money. For
Hmm.
example, now you can see like these are the students of my class. Okay. So I can see
Hmm.
the topic of money being activated here.
Got
So I
it.
can see which student has completed the topic, which student hasn't completed. So
And how many
from
questions also?
yes,
Hmm.
absolutely correct. How many questions? What is the accuracy? Now, if I
Hmm.
click on view trail here,
Hmm.
I can see which are the questions that the child has done it correct.
Wow,
Okay,
so
which are
many.
the questions that the child
Hmm.
has done it wrong. And I can actually help from here.
Lot of
I
insights. Nice.
Yes, I will also show you how do I use Mindspark for the whole class.
Hmm. Hmm.
For the whole class, Mindspark actually gives me a report by saying, see, there were 3 common wrong answers by your class. So I use this in my lesson planning, and this helps
Oh,
them in closing the learning gap if there is any.
wow. So it is not just the students only who use Mindspark, but you as a teacher also use Mindspark to help your teaching better, right?
Absolutely. And this is what we do in our Mindspark live class. First, we
Hmm.
teach these students, and then the students practice through Mindspark. And that's
Hmm.
how the learning gap is closed. Very interesting for the students.
Wow, this is very interesting. But parents have got many options available, Jalen. They have online videos, tuition classes, and many other things going on. Can you share some points? What will help parents decide?
Sure, Anandita. So this is a question which I come across whenever I do parent sessions.
Hmm.
So videos, worksheets, they're actually all passive way of learning. So when
Hmm.
I say passive way of learning, it means that there is no communication between the teacher and the student.
Hmm.
And now if I talk about tuitions, they are
Hmm.
one to many. And
Hmm.
even if it is one to one, then the cost actually goes on a higher side, which every parent may not be able to afford.
Correct.
And the focus is just to complete the syllabus.
Hmm.
One thing which is very important in a child's learning is the parental involvement.
True.
And they just
True.
don't need progress cards. They need
Hmm.
actionable. They need which is the area that the child is lacking, so that the child can be developed further. And if I
Great
talk
line.
about videos and all, these
Hmm.
are very videos, tuitions and all very expensive. 12,000, 25,000, 60,000.
Hmm.
Very difficult for every parent to afford.
So parents, we conduct Mindspark live class in each batch is 1 is to 20. There is personalized attention given to each and every child. Our teachers are highly experienced and we use artificial intelligence and machine learning to ensure that each child gets their doubt clearance. There is there is no way that a child would be able to not be able to remediate their misconception. There is disciplined timing for classes and weekly and monthly tests for the child in order to know how the progress the child is making, and all of this in a fraction of a cost. To tell you the truth, I want to know how and who all are the organizations therein who have actually, reviewed Mindspark.
Let me tell what the world is talking about Mindspark, Anandita.
Hmm.
So Mindspark is the only edtech platform which has been reviewed, I'll say recognized and awarded by the Economist twice.
Hmm. Okay.
In a study conducted by MIT,
Hmm.
Mindspark is a program that is proven to deliver better learning.
Hmm.
Harvard Business School, they actually published a case study on Mindspark,
Hmm.
which talks about improving educational outcomes in India.
Hmm.
And everyone knows about UNESCO here.
Hmm.
So, my dear friends, let me share that Mindspark has been selected as a finalist by UNESCO for the
Hmm.
use of artificial intelligence
Hmm.
to innovate education, teaching, and learning.
Wow. So that means parents, Mindspark Live class plus usage of Mindspark will ensure 100% learning. And let me share how do we utilize Mindspark Live class feature. We've got entire grade 3 and 4 mathematics syllabus covered. We cover within the 24 to 26 weeks. There is a particular schedule which is followed. That is, on 2 days within a week, live class is done for 1 hour, and rest 4 days we request the child to use Mindspark for 30 minutes. In total, within 5 hours, the child will be able to remediate and practice all the confusion, doubts, as well as the concept that is being taught in the live class. It covers all the boards and grades from 3rd to 10th. For the student, the Mindspark has well qualified teachers and they can use Mindspark regularly on any platform like Zoom and Mindspark website, which they can use on tablets, smartphone, laptop, and for parents also, there is weekly and monthly tests, which when they get the report, they'll understand how their child is progressing. So, with the help of machine learning and artificial intelligence, students get unlimited questions, games, and worksheets, which makes learning permanent. And overall, the fear of mathematics goes away. For parents, Mindspark provides regular, detailed weekly and monthly reports, which shares, which is basically the best of both worlds, human and technology, creating self-regulated learners. Now, coming to the pricing of Mindspark live classes. Now, Mindspark Live classes, what we are sharing is with was 24 weeks live class plus 52 weeks of Mindspark, which makes up for the whole academic year. The cost is for 8,400 per year. That is 700 per month. But Charan, since many of our friends have joined this webinar, do you think we should give some discount?
Sure, we can.
Great. So we have a special offer for all those who have joined us in this webinar. We are offering a 20% discount, which will make the effective cost of 6,740 per year. That is 562 per month. And the batches are starting as soon as 6th of August 2020. So for international students, the price is, as you can see on the screen, $125 per year. And it's very easy to subscribe. All we have to do is we go to the Mindspark website and we click on this, purchase Mindspark. Once you click on that, you give your details, and there are other payment options, easy payment options also available. So this is how you can get Mindspark. And if there are any queries, any questions, please share with us in the chat box.
Thank you, Anandita. Thank you so much. So parents, if you have any queries, please do share it on the chat box, or you can also WhatsApp us. We will be sharing a number with all of you. You can share the queries on the WhatsApp also, or write to us on email also for any of your queries. Thank you, friends, for joining us. I hope all of you enjoyed the class. Sanjeev Kumar has a query. Can we pay monthly? Yes, sir. There are flexible paying options available. Please text on this number or just give a missed call on this number 9879-210-756. We will definitely get back to you, sir. Um, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, for the time that you have shared, we thank all the parents and the students who have taken out time to join us for our webinar. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jaren.
Thank you, Anandita. Have a good weekend, everyone. Parents, for answering your questions. I have just given you the website for Mindspark also. Please, you can go to the website and you can get the details from the website. Thank you, everyone. So this is the website of Mindspark, www.mindspark.in. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.